Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Lost Horizon. Mamy rozdział drugi, niestety nie zaczął on się szczęśliwie dla nas. Rozbiliśmy samolot, ale zostaliśmy zaatakowani przez Niemców. Całe szczęście uszliśmy z życiem. W takim razie rozejrzyjmy się. Kawałek śmigła.
A piece of my plane's propeller. Poor girl, took quite a beating. She'll never forgive me.
Spokojnie, Andrzeju, to się wyklepie, będzie jak nowy. Skrzynia.
This crate was hurled out the plane, but it's still in one piece. True British workmanship. We can make an indestructible crate, but we can't build trains that run on time. I can't open it with my bare hands.
Gołymi rękami tego nie otworzę. Spróbujmy śmigłem.
I could use that to pry open the lid. Who would have guessed? It worked. The crate's open.
Cóż takiego znajdziemy w środku?
Let's see what we have here. A gramophone and a few records. Most of it smashed to pieces. I'd take a ration pack over smashed records any day. Although I'd take whole records and a working gramophone over the ration pack. Josephine Baker is all the sustenance I need.
Mamy tubę gramofonu, składany stolik, części płyty.
Oh no. That was Josephine Baker's latest release. It got smashed during the crash. It's just brittle little shards now.
Obstawiam, że znajdziemy jakiś klej i będziemy tą płytę sklejać w całość. Sanie.
That sled was in my plane. I use it during the winter to unload cargo. It looks like the crash didn't do it too much harm. Although the seat's missing.
Gdybyśmy tak wzięli te sanki i zrobili prowizoryczne siedzenie z pokrywki, mogłoby się udać.
Looks like I can still use this. It's only the seat that's missing. I'll take it with me. I can use this to replace the missing seat.
No właśnie. Co my tutaj jeszcze mamy? Wrak samolotu.
My Ford. It only made 199. Guess there's one less now. Still, I better get to Kimmy. She's almost as beautiful.
Samolot marki Ford. Tak się świetnie składa, że mój samochód to też Ford. Ford C-Max.
I can't reach it from down here. I could reach Kim from that ledge over there. It's too steep and icy. I can't climb up there without help.
Czyli tędy się nie dostanę. Ale widzę, że jest jakaś dolina i ścieżka dalej. Chodźmy zatem na lewo. Około 500 metrów poniżej. O!
The wrecked Messerschmitt. Looks like it didn't get much further than my little Ford. Good. Might be something over there I can use to help Kim. I need to get over this crevasse first.
Na szczęście pilota nie ma, bo się ewakuował. Szczelina lodowca, skrzydło.
That's nearly a 200-meter drop. Lucky I'm not afraid of heights, or anything at all. If I could take a run up, and if it weren't so slippery, and if the wind were a bit calmer, then maybe, just maybe, I'd be able to jump over to the other side. However, this massive collection of conditionals does give me the feeling that my plan might be a tad too risky.
Gdybyśmy zrobili sobie tutaj taką wyskocznię, zjechali na sankach z tej bruzdy i przeskoczyli dalej.
The plateau's pretty windswept. All the snow's been blown away. I doubt I can move it.
Nie mogę tego ruszyć.
I can't reach it. The wing of the aircraft.
Okej.
You know what? If I could pick up enough speed on the sled, I might just about make the jump across the crevasse. However, there's really not enough snow cover to get me all the way. Damn it. That would have been heroic.
Byśmy przeskoczyli jak Adam Małysz. Zaspa śnieżna. W sumie moglibyśmy ten śnieg przysypać tutaj.
No thanks. My fingers are already frozen stiff. A big pile of snow.
I obstawiam, że użyjemy do tego kawałka śmigła. Taka prowizoryczna łopata. Nie? O! Tuba gramofonowa świetnie się nada.
I can use this to collect some snow. I'll spread the snow evenly across the rock, but I'll need a couple more loads to get everything covered nicely. Okay, I'm done.
No i świetnie.
I can't believe I'm about to jump a crevasse in a sled, but it's all fixed up and there's enough snow. Made my sled better lie in it.
Gorzej, jak za mało się rozpędzimy i spadniemy w szczelinę. Juhu! Przyznam wam się szczerze, że ja bym tak nie ryzykował.
Can't believe that worked. Stunning.
Ale jesteśmy po drugiej stronie, skrzydło.
The wing's covering's damaged. It looks loose. There's some sharp edges. I can't remove it with bare hands. I could use that to remove the cover without cutting my hands.
Okej. O! Szkielet skrzydła. Wygląda jak drabinka. Też w jakiś sposób musielibyśmy się przedostać na drugą stronę.
The wing is too heavy to take with me, but I can push it over the slippery ground.
Mamy przejście. Aczkolwiek to też takie troszeczkę ryzykowne. Zobaczmy, czy coś jeszcze w tym Messerschmittie znajdziemy. Jest ogień, jest kokpit.
Let's see if I can find anything useful.
O, kurtka.
Most of the cockpit is missing. Looks like the pilot got out in time. The tail of the wreck has caught fire. This isn't a moving picture, though. It's not about to explode. Though if it did, I'm sure that somehow a lone cartwheel would roll out of the wreck. It's actually nice and warm here if you keep a little distance. Considering the temperatures, I really don't need to get any important part of my body wet right now. It's a puddle of melted water.
No dobra. Mamy lornetkę, kurtka pilota.
A dirty pilot's jacket. The pockets are empty, but something seems to be sewn in between the leather and the lining.
O,
The blade isn't sharp enough to cut open the jacket.
czyli to mi się nie uda. A kawałkiem płyty? W sumie te kawałki są ostre.
Ah, that'll work. I can cut out the jacket lining to find some kind of document.
Dokument i jagnięca skóra.
A piece of lambskin, cut from the pilot's jacket. I think he could have done with putting this thing through the wash a bit more often. Probably smelled better when it was alive.
No tak, przepocona kurtka, przepocona jagnięcia skóra.
If my German's up to scratch, which it isn't, but let's assume it is, then this is the permit you need for safe escort through a foreign country during a military operation. I should have a closer look at it.
Ciekawe, ale nic nie rozumiem.
It's in German and Tibetan. It says the holder of this document is ensured safe passage at checkpoints and a certain level of immunity with local authorities.
No dobra, są też dwie pieczęci.
I can see two seals down here. One's Tibetan government, but I don't know the other one. Some kind of German organization. The Tool Society. Never heard of that before. Regardless, looks like the Germans are here with Tibet's blessing. Something for Lord Weston once we get home.
I to chyba wszystko, jeżeli chodzi o tą okolicę. Aczkolwiek spróbuję nabrać wody.
The lambskin stinks of yaks, but I have more important things than laundry to take care of right now.
Nie możemy tego wybrać. No to nie.
Okay, I'll put the lambskin on the sled so I'll have a nice soft seat next time. Hey, this is starting to look like an animal.
To zaczyna przypominać zwierzę.
And now for some legs. Wow, this thing is uncannily lifelike. I mean, if I squint my eyes a bit, it starts to scare me.
Atrapa barana.
Incredible. When you combine a sled, the lining of a pilot's jacket, and a folding table, you actually get something that looks strikingly similar to a ram. And thanks to the lambskin, it even smells like one.
No dobra. Chodźmy zatem na drugą stronę. Mamy też prowizoryczną drabinkę. Może dzięki temu dostaniemy się do Kim.
No point trekking up there for no reason. No thanks. My fingers are already frozen.
Do miejsca katastrofy. Spróbujmy.
I'll just leave it here, I guess. Kim! Thank goodness. She's alive. Kim! Can you hear me? Damn it, she's unconscious. But I'll never get her out of the wreck without her help. I need to wake her somehow.
Muszę ją obudzić. Postraszmy ją baranem. Nie, to nie zadziała.
The cockpit's completely crushed. Kim's lucky she doesn't have any real injuries. Kim! Kimmy, can you hear me? She's out cold.
No tak, Kim nie miała swoich ubrań. Wzięliśmy ją tak po prostu z domu. A spójrzcie jak wieje. Na pewno też jest zimno. A, będzie miała odmrożenia. Możemy... O kurde.
Whoa! Good boy! Good sheep!
To nie wygląda jak owieczka. Jakiś baran?
The
Nie.
Argali's trying to defend its territory. I'll leave it to it.
Owca azjatycka, ale wielka.
That must be an Argali, a type of mountain sheep. That's the second biggest sheep I've ever seen.
Ale mamy prowizorycznego barana.
I wonder what'll happen next. Ah, it destroyed my beautiful handiwork. Oh well.
Płoza i skórzany rzemień. Kadzidełka. Kto zostawia kadzidełka w górach?
I don't want to steal these and end up getting smited. Oh, ancient Tibetan god, if you want to hold on to these, please give me some sign. Nope, I guess we're good. This seems to be a place of worship for the locals, although it looks like they might have more popular tourist attractions.
Ciemne grudki.
What are those strange lumps? Looks like coal. Or... oh no, of course not. It's poo.
Fuj. Dlaczego wzięliśmy kupę do kieszeni? Odchody Argali.
Pleasant aroma or not, this stuff is better off in there than outside. I feel more comfortable about it.
Po co włożyliśmy odchody Argali do tuby gramofonowej? Może tą kupą ocucimy kin. Wiecie, poczuję smród i od razu wstanie.
I don't think she's into that sort of thing. Smelling salts or anything a bit more perfumed might be a good plan.
Czyli jednak nie. Ale mamy też kadzidełka. Gdybyśmy cofnęli się do samolotu, który był tutaj po lewej stronie, odpalili od palącego skrzydła,
I'll light one of them. Phew, what a stink. Perfume's not really a man's thing.
i to prawdopodobnie ocuci kin. Płonące kadzidełko.
No thanks. I'll just leave it.
Spróbujmy.
It's burnt down. I need a fresh one.
Cholera. I tak będę latał tam i z powrotem? Coś mi tutaj nie gra. Musiałbym to w jakiś sposób zabezpieczyć chyba. Bo zanim dobiegnę do kin, to kadzidełko zdąży się wypalić. Może kupy podpalę w gramofonie? W sumie nie głupi pomysł. Jeżeli są suche, to powinno płonąć.
Let's see. That stuff actually burns. And it doesn't even smell that bad. Finally, a stroke of luck.
Płonące odchody argali. Dobra, mamy źródło ognia. Ale z czego w takim razie zrobiona jest ta tuba, że ona nie spłonie?
I'll just leave it here, I guess. I've lit an incense stick. The smell from this thing could wake the dead.
This smoke is vile. Let's hope it wakes her up.
Kim! You alive?
What? Yeah, I think so. Oof, what's that awful smell?
Sorry, I had to wake you up somehow. And I didn't really think you'd like the alternative. Are you sure you're okay?
Pretty sure. My head is aching and I'm cold as ice, but other than that, everything's fine.
We have to get you out of there. Help me lift the roof of the cockpit. Damn it! It's barely budging.
Now what? You better have a plan B.
I'm working on it.
Whatever you're doing, do it faster.
I need more strength to get the cockpit off.
W sumie to tak naprawdę nie mamy planu B. No ale coś wykombinujemy. Co my tutaj mamy? Płoza i skórzany rzemień.
Sharp propeller blades plus cockpit equals open sesame. Blades plus soft flesh equals a very angry Kim. Better leave it alone.
Wolałbym, żeby Kim była zdenerwowana, ale żeby udało jej się wydostać na zewnątrz.
I can lift the cockpit a little bit, but not high enough to free Kim. Sharp propeller blade.
Coś z tą łopatą byśmy mogli zrobić, ale na kokpicie tego użyć nie mogę. Wydaje mi się, że wszystkie... O, poczekajcie, mamy spadochron.
I can't reach it. The propeller blade's too short. I can't reach the parachute with it. I'll just leave it here, I guess.
Gdybym mógł tą drabinkę wziąć i postawić tutaj, to dosięgnąłbym do spadochronu.
The parachute from my plane. The propeller blade's too short. I can't reach the parachute.
Łopata śmigła jest za krótka. Tutaj nie widzę żadnych elementów interaktywnych, a ja tak naprawdę nic na tym użyć nie mogę. Dobra, muszę wykombinować coś innego. Zejdę w dół i jeszcze się dokładnie rozejrzę. Muszę poszukać innego przedmiotu. Skrzynia. Może tu coś jeszcze znajdę. Jest ołtarz. Może tu coś będę mógł zabrać. Skrzydło. Skrzydło nie jest interaktywne. Ogień, kokpit. Kokpit sobie przeglądaliśmy. Mamy też kałużę. Może coś z tą kałużą będę mógł połączyć. To nie. To też nie. Płoza i skórzany rzemień.
This horn broke off when the Argali went after my sled. Oh, and now the leather strap is coming off. Great.
O! Skórzany rzemień. Złamany róg. Nie mogę nabrać wody. O!
Okay, I'll wet the leather strap. It's cold. Oh, nice. The strap's frozen through already.
Mamy zamarznięty skórzany rzemień. Czy ja z czymś to będę mógł połączyć? No nie, nie mogę. Ale jest dosyć długi, więc może tym rzemieniem uda się strącić spadochron.
That might work.
Wow, nie spodziewałem się, że jest aż tak długi. Ale mamy spadochron.
Let's get this chute hooked up to the cockpit.
A Kim chyba znowu straciła przytomność. Tak mi się wydaje.
Hang in there, Kimmy. I'll find a way to get the cockpit open.
Hurry up, Paddock. It's freezing cold. I'm starting to get really mad at you.
Oh dear. Sharp propeller blades plus cockpit equals open sesame. Blades plus soft. I can lift the cockpit a little bit, but not high enough to free Kim. Okay, ripcord time. Ha! Did you see that? Done.
Wonderful. I'm gonna kill you anyway.
Do it later. Right now, we have to get you out of this wreck. Well, thawed out again. You slept almost 4 hours.
I'm still pretty cold.
Move about a bit. You'll warm up. We've got the fire burning. We're not going to keel over anytime soon.
Wow, you really know how to reassure a girl. So what do we do now? Let me guess. You'll think of something.
We'll have to stay here for the night. It'll be dark soon.
A whole night? In the cold? Oh, wonderful. That's something to tick off my to-do before I die list. Probably the last thing. Remind me. You made me leave Hong Kong because... What was it you said? To be safe? Yeah, that was it. Come with me, you said. Otherwise the triads will kill you, you said.
Kim.
You're safe with me, you said. The great hero, Fentona Paddocka.
Kim!
Let Fentona Paddocka keep you safe. Absolutely no chance of being chased by triads, shot down by Nazis, and stranded in the middle of the Himalayas to freeze to death. No, sir.
Kim, shut up for a second and listen to me. While you were sleeping, I checked out your uncle's documents.
So?
He was traveling this region in 1922 with a researcher named Arthur Hayes. Ring any bells?
Yes, Uncle Wang told me about that expedition. Many times. Professor Hayes had taken him along on his Himalaya trip as a cartographer.
Well, I noticed something really strange. Most of his notes are written in traditional Chinese, but your uncle wrote some of the sections in a language I've never seen before. According to what I could read, he and Hayes were looking for a monastery, which they figured was in this region. Do you know what that means?
That you can't read every kind of language?
Be serious. If there really is a monastery somewhere around here, it might be a safe place to head towards.
Okay. My uncle sometimes wrote certain things in a kind of secret script that only he and I could decipher. Show me the documents.
Here, can you read any of it?
Well, it says here that a storm hit and my uncle and Professor Hayes took shelter in a cave.
We were more than happy to have found shelter in time. When we moved further into the cave, we noticed we were not the only ones seeking shelter there. In the glow of our torches, we recognized a man leaning against the cave wall. Hayes spoke to him, but the stranger did not react. On closer inspection, we realized why. The man was dead. He was frozen stiff, and it was likely he had already been there for quite some time. The man was wearing a monk's robe and presumably had an attack of weakness during a pilgrimage. Hayes brought my attention to something. The torn up and burned remains of a parchment lay beside the corpse. It is possible that the monk had used the last of his strength to build a fire. On examining the burnt remains more closely, It turned out to be a map. Hayes was able to determine a few checkpoints, and thus conclude that it showed the region we were in. The texts we were able to identify on the map were written in an ancient script, of which Hayes was able to translate little. While the professor's eyes wandered across the map, he suddenly gasped. His trembling fingers moved over one word, Kembalong. Hayes, who had studied every possible source of information prior to beginning his expedition, explained that many myths and legends shrouded a valley by that name. They say there is an ancient monastery in the valley where no outsider has ever been. According to the legends, the monks from Kembalong Valley guard an ancient and very powerful secret. It was possible that we had come across a key to this hidden valley, and Hayes suddenly became excited when he realized what that could mean for him, the leader of the Tibet expedition. In that moment, I took a closer look at the dead monk. Could he be one of those monks living a secluded life in the valley? Where did he want to go? Or was he returning from somewhere and didn't have the strength to continue? My eyes dropped to his hands, and I noticed that the fingers of his left hand were wrapped tightly around something. Hayes noticed it too and opened the clutched fingers in a somewhat harsh manner. Hayes grasped the object and held it to the light of my torch. It was a stone, resembling the eye of a dragon. There was a green gemstone in its center, through which the light was refracted, falling onto the walls in a most fascinating pattern. Hayes put the stone away. He must have noticed the look on my face, because he justified himself. He remarked that the stone was better off in the hands of a researcher than those of some farmers or shepherds who might discover the cave someday.
Okay, now skip a few passages. Did they find the monastery?
Hold your horses. It's been a while since I last read this stuff. I'm a little rusty. They headed off to find the Kembalong Valley, but the approaching winter made it impossible. They couldn't make it through the mountains, so they broke off the hunt. They got home, and Hayes tried to raise money for another expedition with better equipment, but nobody was interested. People figured he was hunting myths. Uncle drew a map showing the valley's estimated location. It shows us where they gave up as well.
Perfect. We can use it.
I don't know. It's all pretty vague. How do you know the monastery exists at all?
Hayes and your uncle believed it was here. Right now, that's good enough for me. And to be perfectly honest, it is our only chance.
Then I suppose we don't have a choice.
Wait. Can you hear that?
Sounds like an engine. Oh no. Not another plane?
No, that's not a plane. It sounds more like... a truck. Grab your stuff. Change of plan.
What?
We're following the truck. It must be going somewhere.
Could we stop for a moment, please?
No, we need to keep moving. The snow's already starting to cover the tracks. Can you make it a bit further?
Do I have a choice?
I'm sure we'll find something soon.
And what makes you so sure?
I'm a boundless optimist.
Hey, what is that?
Looks like a military camp.
I didn't know Tibet had an army.
They don't. Remember that fighter plane?
Germans? What are they doing here? Have they attacked Tibet?
I doubt it. Let's break out the glasses. Damn it.
What's going on?
They're holding British soldiers captive. There's at least one officer with them.
Richard?
No, not Richard. But maybe someone from his unit. They must have met the Germans somewhere along the line.
What are we going to do?
What do you think? Rescue the officer, debrief him, find the rest of his group, and get everyone home in time for tea and medals.
And we do that how?
We? Forget it, Kim. You've made it this far, but you're sitting this one out.
What? You expect me to just sit here and watch while you break into a heavily guarded military camp, get caught and tortured, and then leave me to freeze to death?
For now, we just need to get the lay of the land. Then we'll wait till dark and make a foolproof plan. How's that?
Why do I always let you talk me round?
Maybe because you actually think I'm a pretty great guy.
Dream on, Paddock.
Okay, so far, so easy. Something tells me that's about to change. This place is bigger than it looked. What the hell are the Germans up to out here?
Where are you going, Werner?
To take a leak!
Just make sure you don't fall down a crevasse. It's like Swiss cheese around here, you know.
I'm not stupid, you know.
Mamy nawalonego Niemca. No zbyt prosto nie chodzi. Wow, ale wieje.
Good thing he picked the other side of the barracks to do his business. The guards seem to be having a nice little tea party. If they want to slack off, that's just fine by me. Actually, another time, another place, I might join them.
No i dotarliśmy do niemieckiego obozowiska. Słuchajcie, moi drodzy, w tym miejscu kończymy ten odcineczek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę. Trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Coś czuję, że będą się działy tutaj grube akcje. Trzymajcie się, hej!